Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Aries. I got 4 videos to upload on cigars, and I got 4 more cigar videos I got to do again because I need to resample the cigars because I didn't take notes. But this isn't a cigar video. This video today, and I'm sorry Aaron isn't with us today. He's busy in his own little world. So today we're going to be talking about on living simply fun. The cost of living adjustment on Social Security for 2015. Apparently, since gas prices are down, they don't think the people really need a cost of living increase. So I thought I would talk to you about that for a bit. Please excuse me, my email just went off again. Sometimes I want to basically master it under spam, but I can't. So today the cost of living increase is what I want to talk about. I want to talk to you all about it in certain issues, certain ways of doing things, and that would be the first thing is gas prices might be low, but a lot of elderly don't drive. They either take a health shuttle, take an assisted living bus, or public transportation. I mean, so gas prices are not what do you call it? The reason, in my opinion, they need to take a look at the other things. For example, I will be talking to you about the past, as well as when I grew up from 4 years on up to now, which is 37. Now, I didn't need to worry about prices growing up as a kid because I didn't have to pay for the groceries for a long while. Now, the problem is for example, they say everything has gone up in price, and they have. Since 2000, elderly have had to cut corners on their spending to survive with their medications, their food, their lodging, or their housing, etc. And because of that, a lot of people out there get irritated when you don't get a cost of living and say offsuit inflation. It's like, ooh, well, the gas thing is low. But the bottom line is is that if you look at the cost of inflation, nowadays they're lowering certain things. They want everyone to have a computer, it seems, at $299, $219, $229, $199, $149. Then they're looking at something else, which is other things, and then people have to go through and rely sometimes on finger hut like myself to get a vacuum or whatever else. But you know what? It's the necessity. It's medically necessity. So, and then you have the whole entire thing when it comes to other things. Like people complain, the groceries, for example. Yes, food has gone up through the roof. Every time I turn around, they're tacking on 20 cents, 50 cents, $1 for something that I use all the time. And then they say there is no inflation, and then you complain to the stores, and they're like, oh, well, we don't like it, don't buy it. And then you see a lot of people sitting there not buying what they used to, and then it rots, and then people say, oh, well, it's a waste because you didn't buy it. It's because the prices are too high. I mean, right now, I remember ramen noodles being 5 cents a pack. You can buy 24 for cheap. Now, 20 to 40 cents a pack. And that is if you get lucky. I mean, I remember a loaf of bread being about 40 cents. Now, it's like $2 to $3 or more a loaf. Milk was pretty cheap. It was like 99 cents for a gallon. But since these farmers found out it's like white gold, it's... Then people say, oh, well, it's the homogenation and stuff. But no, it isn't. The problem is you got corporate greed, and then you got corporate greed, and you got all these people, and then you got Medicare, and then you got them with their premiums, which premiums aren't going down on Medicare because, well, there's no cost of living. Well, hallelujah there. But other things go up in price. And that is where I am talking about the ins and outs. I mean, let me put it to you this way. Just as I just said, steaks, a T-bone used to be $4, $4.50 for a good cut T-bone at Porterhouse. Now, you're looking at a good $15 when it's off sale, or $7 when it's on sale. But they usually cut them at 1.5, 2 pounds. Then you're still paying a huge premium for the steak. And no, I'm not complaining in general about the steak, because some of you viewers out there know that we pretty much eat pretty good, but lately we haven't been eating that good because we are planning to go on a trip. Yes, for some of you cigar smokers out there watching this, my surgery date is fully concreted and it is locked in, and I am not giving it up. So, the next step and next discussion is growing up. I had aunts taking care of me. My mother's taking care of me. They all know, and one of my aunts is going to have the link to this video. And she knows damn good and well what the prices were in the 80s and 90s. And I was, let me put it to you this way. In 1999, my tights that I bought because I loved them in 1999 was approximately $5 a pair. 1996, when I was starting work, my tights were $3.50 a pair. Then they went to $5. Then in 2010 or 2002, they went to $9 a pair. Now they're $15 a pair. The inflation has gone through the roof. And we're not talking about that. We're talking about it in a general characteristic as an example for the timeline. I mean, there is other issues as well. So you get the whole ordeal. So when they say, oh, well, it's no inflation, there is. It's all on everything else. And that is what they need to base it on, not the stinking gas taxes or gas or whatever, because that doesn't matter. Most of them ride the bus for a quarter to $1 each way, and they have no problems. They're already penny pinching. They like to go to a meal. Oh, I can't because I don't have enough money. Well, guess what? That's because the damn people out there are milking the elderly for every dime that ain't nailed down, and then they're getting ill more, sick, sick more, etc. Then they fall over and die. And then the government says, oh, well, we're not preparing them anymore. But the cost of living, it's gone up. The grocery stores is one of the major problems. The elderly got to utilize Walmart for some of their layaway purchases at Christmas time. And then you see me sitting there thinking, I mean, when I go into the Walmart, I have to utilize my time there. If they don't have long skirts, I go and do something else. If they don't, for example, I wear affordable shoes. This was $8.97 a pair. The back is already coming out this month right here. Guess what? I got to get another pair. So, and where's the nearest shoe shop? You're paying minimum $40 and they only last 3 months. These ones here, I can milk probably another month. But when I'm at home, I take my shoes off. So I try to leave the wear and tear. Plus the fact I don't like stinky sweat foot when I'm getting ready to do things. So there is another reason why we have what we have. So the food cost is so expensive, yet they should offshoot that. And then they say, well, we're the prescription drug coverage plan. We shouldn't worry about our meds being dirt cheap. There's meds out there that are more dirt. There's some that are cheap. There's some that isn't. Look at Aaron, for example. Aaron's got to go through, and he's got to see a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist has got to work with him to get psych meds because his primary doctor doesn't know what's going on, and Aaron's like, And then the psych meds he's looking for in his book are almost full price, or full price, $400 here, $200 there. He's going to have to work on getting the psych meds so he can get things moving. So, there you have it on that aspect. Then between the people saying that, then you got the people that do have the prescription drug coverage, like the advantage plans, and they're paying so they can have all their medical covered, 20%, this and that. If you have surgery, you got to be pre-authorized. If you have this, you got to be pre-authorized. If you have that, you need to be pre-authorized. Everything's a pre-authorization-ness, and you got those problems. So technically, look at the cost of living and then look at the entire spectrum. It's not just about food. It's about everything. Not just about that. You go into places, you're looking at paying high prices for a lot of stuff that is not even worth the money that you got to pay for it because they're made in China or it half works or this or that. I mean, you got to look at the entire. Excuse me again. I got my email that just came in. So one came in without me knowing. Anyways, I just wanted to say to you all that if you look at the big picture, inflation has gone up immensely. I mean, look at the inflation for, say, the state's cigarette tax. I don't smoke cigarettes, but if you look at it, it's through the roof. Somewhere between $5 and $7 a pack if you're at Walmart. Everywhere else, it could be up to $11. It's a lot of money in inflation just to keep people off it. You know, same goes with liquor. I mean, the liquor prices I've looked at the Safeway yesterday. I'm not drinking anymore, by the way, but I gave it up and made a vow to God. But they had the premium stuff now. They got rid of the Ezra Brooks, the Evan Williams, the stuff that people grew up on before, Jack Daniels or Jim Beam, Hell, I didn't even see Jim Beam there yesterday, but you get the picture. They had a closeout recently, and they got rid of all their stuff for higher premium quality alcohol. And then you got to look around at the grocery store. I mean, everything has gone up. It's not just stuff like tights or dresses or skirts or whatever, I mean, one day the dollar store is going to be the $2 store or the $3 store. I mean, you got to look at it that way. Whereas we grew up right now at the dollar store, a generation or two might be growing up with the $2 store. You got to look at everything from the point of what is going on in the world. The world's simple. People do not want to be told they can't get a cost of living increase because the government says it's all based on gas when they should be basing it on other stuff like medical expenses and food and other things, I mean, yeah, some of the elderly are in assisted living, subsidized housing, or nursing homes, but you need to know damn good and well that these people have to realize that the plain point of it is that if you are on disability, retirement. By the way, they just said the elderly and the seniors in the report today. They didn't even bring up the disabled, which really offended me because there is disabled people out there. And the cost of living increases with the SSI too, but I guess SSI is not going up because of the cost of living. And then here's the funny thing. When you got a cost of living increase, they raise the marker for food stamps. And then, everyone gets on it, and etc. Not me, by the way. It's too much paperwork. But you get the point, And then you're qualified for this or you qualified for that. As soon as you get your cost of living increase, there's one other thing that's bad, is you get dinged with recertification of your apartment or some other stupid thing, And it's like, so... And besides, Social Security, they claim, is running out of money, and it'll be out of money by into 2016. So there you have it. They're trying to extend the life of it, but that's for the disabled people, the elderly. Apparently, apparently I heard there's 75 million on retirement and disability. Yet they were talking about 65 million people weren't getting a cost of living increase. Makes you wonder. But anyways, the point is everything I've talked about in this rant is that there should be a cost of living increase. People out there are also getting shafted with, You must work 2 to 10 years or 5 years or 4 years to get a raise now. Instead of getting your raise on a good timely manner like the old days, you're getting a raise, like 5 years later, like one friend of mine. She's got to work at the company 5 years. She's made 8. So in 2 more years, they're going to give her another raise. But she's got to meet that. So if you look at the bottom line is inflation's gone up. Cost of living's gone up. Yeah, there is no cost of living adjustment because it's based on the gas. I'm sorry, but no. I mean, if it's based on the gas, the products are going to go up again because as soon as they say that's based on gas, they're going to start jacking the price up slowly and say, oh, well, it's the Arabs and it's this and it's that, and they're all greedy. Fine, whatever. Thing is as soon as this happens, you found a way to screw over the people, and now you're going to raise the gas prices soon enough, and then everyone's going to be screaming because of it, and you're not going to, the government, and I'm saying the government in general, is not going to do a damn thing. It's like, oh, well, wait till next year. Oh, 2017, we're not giving a cost of living increase. Gas is down again. Yeah, well, it's almost an election year, so they have to keep the gas down, but they'll find a way to raise it. You know how these greedy SOBs are. But the bottom line is people around the country is getting tired of some not having much to their name because they got to pay too much in groceries or they got to pay too much for other things. Heck, my electric bill was $66 last month, and this month I don't even know what it is. My phone bill is $73 every month, almost $74, I should say. That's with internet. And I'm already paying a premium, so what the heck? Oh yeah, let's just pay a premium. I don't have Hulu. I don't have Netflix. I might look into Hulu Netflix eventually. That's something, but point is there are people around the countries cutting corners. Oh, we don't need our cable. We have internet already. And if we just have the $10 Netflix package on with our internet, we can watch it. And now these TVs are getting more and more impressive where there's Hulu, Netflix, MGO. I mean, look at this. Right there, it says Amazon, Netflix, and MGO. And MGO is pretty crappy. And I think, just so you have it, Hulu, right there, Hulu Plus. So, on the TV, you got Hulu Plus, too. You can stream to it and use it as a television. I also got rabbit ears to watch baseball or football or whatever else I'm interested in. But you see, a lot of people are cutting corners and using the digital antennas right now to extend their pocketbook a bit so they don't have to pay $50, $100, $150, $200 for satellite or cable just to enjoy their internet or phone or TV. People are now finding ways to cut corners. But that's because their food bill went up, their electricity bill went up, their water bill, their garbage bill, their whatever bills went through the roof, and then we're sitting there holding the bag going, what do we do? Yeah, what do we do? I mean, if you look at it, a lot of stuff can be acquired to save money at the dollar store, but if you go somewhere else, the inflation is through the roof. I bought a giant jar of pickles like this for $3.48. Another place they want almost $10 for the jar because it's a convenience factor to buy it. No, thing is they're just raising their cost of inflation for whatever reason. Heck, my aunt's husband, my uncle's a truck driver. Maybe it's the cost of shipping pickles across country by truck since they don't want to go by train. I mean, I've heard a lot of stuff go by train, but I don't know. Train unloads it at ports, trucks take it from there to the grocery store or wherever it goes, and vice versa. So you're paying for the transportation, too, of said items. If something goes by in China, usually they load it up in a boat, and they take it all the way to America. Or China can ship it on a train. It'll go through different areas, like Russia, etc., possibly going into, like, Spain, where it stops, or whatever. Then they load it on a boat to England. I mean, come on. The point is, it's the transportation cost, too, and everything is based not on oil. But these jackoffs have to say it's an oil-related thing. No, it is not. I mean, let me give you another example, talking for a minute on my rant. Coffee. I remember the old days when you could go into Starbucks and get yourself a nice pound of coffee in like the 1980s, early 90s for like $5.95. Now they want $15.95 for a pound of coffee. The other day I got 4 10-ounce bags, not even a pound, 6 ounces short of a pound. For what? That's about a little over half a pound of coffee, and I paid $3.99 a bag just for that. And then I had to cut the coupon out, give him the club card at Safeway, ring it over, and then today turns around and, or that day I did it, then I got it for $3.99. So, for example, talking to you all, okay, this is whole beans as well. This is Safeway Select Costa Rica Terrazoo. You can see that. Terrazoo. 10 ounces of coffee. It's about a little over half a pound in ground and coffee beans. Then you're paying, this one by the way was a little cheaper, but $13.95 for Kimono Dragon. This type of size coffee used to be $5.95, but Starbucks decided to milk the cash cow. This with coupon and club card was $3.99 and limit 4. So I got 4 of these. It was almost $20 in coffee. Sorry about that. So anyways, with that said, you got to look at the big picture. The big picture here is not just about coffee prices. My mother used to buy a block of Tillamook 2-pound cheese for about $2.99 a block back in the day. Now it's $8.99, $7.99. Hell, if you get it on sale, you might be paying $6.99. So you can't tell me the inflation isn't up when it is. I mean, people sit there and they look at me and Aaron and they think we're not penny pinching misers, but back in the day, prime rib we'd get dirt cheap. We try to utilize everything we do. We go on Amazon. We purchase stuff that we know we can get cheaper stuff first, more expensive stuff later. But right now we're planning on a trip because this girl's having surgery in a few months. But the cost of inflation there is, oh, well, I remember airplane tickets to go to Alaska and back was about $199 from SeaTac Airport, Seattle, Tacoma. Now you're paying $400, $500, $600. My trip alone is going to be about $700 just for the plane ticket. Then you have other issues, which is not good. So look at the big picture here. And by the way, I'm adjusting my socks if you don't mind. Sometimes they roll up. That's what happens when you wash your clothes by hand, And I do that to cut corners so I don't have to go in but twice a month to wash bras and pants. So I save money there. But I had to cut corners too to make my surgery. So, as you can see, everything I do, I try to do it in a cost-effective manner to stretch the dollar out, whereas everyone else is saying, oh, well, it's not a problem. Then they end up at the grocery store, and they're like, when they're getting out of line, or getting, going through the line, and being like, I mean, turkeys I used to get a full turkey for $4 at Walmart. Now you're lucky to pay $9 out the door after Thanksgiving because the cost of inflation in turkeys. But the rest of the year you want a turkey roast, you're paying $40 maybe, $30 to $40 just for a turkey roast? Well, it's supply and demand. It's only Christmas and Thanksgiving it's good. We don't do it on Easter. Supply and demand on ham, 99 cents to $2.99 for a ham per pound is not that good. I mean, heck, when we were having ham, we were paying close to $30 for a ham. So the inflation is there on groceries. You know, I mean, we cut corners. We don't drink soda much. I drink a lot of coffee with milk. I've been utilizing my PlayStation 3. I'm doing what I can. I've been saving time. Heck, my phone service alone is approximately $55.80 a month. And by the way, just so you know, I had to reset it last night finally. They had some corrupted programs. I wasn't happy, so I had to deal with it that way. So, if you're looking at everything, and one girl just bought this for economic reasons. She said she paid $40 for it, which isn't bad if you know what you're doing. I don't even know what this is going for online right now because of mine, but this thing is like a little tank. I've dropped it several times and it still works. And I've asked Motorola, well, it's not the hardware, it's like pretty solid. What it is your files are corrupted. This little guy has not reset itself today. It reset like yesterday 6 times before I said enough's enough. I mean, heck, it reset it once when I was on the phone to Aaron. So, please, everyone, just take a look at your elderly and your disabled and look around and see how they're managing on a fixed income when their cost of living was screwed over for 2016. It is not pretty. And it's probably going to be bad in 2017 too, but my point is, in this rant, is they should have given something. Instead, oh, well, there's no inflation. Yes, well, I walk everywhere, and then I take the bus when I have to. I go to the next town over because the damn pharmacy in town here is a complete jackwagon. They, oh, well, we can't get that med, and if we can, you're paying $600. So I take it over to this place, and it's, oh, yes, $16, please. Tell them the story. Yeah, they're jack-off, rip-off artists. Yeah. So, for example, you know, and then they say, oh, it's medically necessary that you pay for it because it's this expensive. No, it isn't. You just go somewhere else. You're like, boop! There you go. So, technically, and Walmart's not getting any cheaper either. People say, oh, Walmart's cheaper. Well, let's take cost of living on that for a second. I use razor blades all the time for my legs to make them smoother. I shave a couple of, you know. I buy the Gillette Fusion Pro, I think it is, or the Gillette, Fusion Pro, the 5-bladed blade razor with one on the top, you know, which makes it 6-bladed. I'm paying $20 just for 4. If I buy 8, I'm paying $32. And right now at Walmart, it's like $43 for 12. I'm sorry, but back in the day when the Mach 3s came out, you could get a Mach 3 and some other stuff for cheaper. But no, 16 years ago, razor blades were dirt cheap. It was like $9.99 for 8 Mach 3s. And now it's boom. Mach 3s are still out there, but they're paying through the nose for these items. Shampoo and conditioner is a necessity to keep your hair clean. You're paying between 98 cents and $6 a jug for shampoo and the same price for conditioner. Yeah. So then people have to go online to find the cheapest deals possible and cut out the sales tax because the state sits there and says, oh, well, we need this sales tax, we need that sales tax, we need this, you need the county sales tax, the city sales tax, this tax, that tax, this tax. Time it all stacks up, you're paying through the nose. You just do it this way or that way, you're fine. The elderly are learning as also to save and cut corners. They have to do things that isn't proper. I mean, I look forward to seeing the CNN Money report of the people that write into this lady to talk about their story about the damn cost of living because it's gone through the roof. Even the report on CNN said, quote, unquote, it was high inflation on food. I mean, going out to places, I remember Subway being $2.50 for a full foot long in the late 80s, early 90s. And now You're basically paying $7, I think it is, for a foot long, and that's on their specialty menu. It might be like $12 for their premium sandwich, and they're not really premium. Jimmy John's is smaller, but they're more affordable. But then you got the Quiznos thing, toasty. My sister hated the little rat thing, but the point is look at that price. Philly cheesesteak sandwich, fully loaded. One time, my adopted grandmother, my adopted grandfather wanted 2 sandwiches each, a bowl of soup, and chips and a drink. It came to a total of all of it. And I mean, they wanted the large sandwiches. It was over $60 for 2 of them. Me and Aaron went without food that day. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you, you know. So anyways, so sorry about that, you know. So if you look at the big picture and everything that you use, sit down sometimes after this video, maybe make a list of everything that you purchase and keep a log of the inflation on it. You will be amazed because inflation has gone through the frickin' roof. It's not just about that. It's about everything that is needed to live in this world. Yes, technology is getting better, so LCD TVs are going down in price, but the new funky shaped 150-inch Samsung Kazongo TV, I'm just throwing a name out there because, you know, these new these new specialty 4K specialties TVs, you know, 50 grand, 100 grand, but the lower price. I mean, heck, plasmas when they came out were 20 grand. Where do you see plasmas today? 16, 17 years ago almost in Australia, I tried to tell the wifey, which worked. New technology, wait a while. Well, she committed suicide. But guess what? I don't see plasma TVs anywhere that much. Hell, Aaron's dad, I think, got rid of his damn plasma recently, got a different TV. The TV was acting up. Or it was being overused. I mean, it's like 5 hours a day. It'll last 5 years, and then you got to toss it out. But back in the old day, it was 20 to 30,000. In Australia, it was about 30,000 Australian dollars for a TV, and that was just a 42-inch plasma. I remember in the old days, televisions were pretty good, fairly priced. Hell, my glass tube that I had was almost $3,000 for a 40-inch glass tube. My other TV that was a miniature widescreen 40-inch was $3 grand, and it was like rear projection too. And then I had my Hitachi Ultravision, which was a 60-inch, biggest at the time. Again, $7 grand. Then I had the Mitsubishi at one time, which before the wife passed on, a 70-inch, $6 grand. And finally the RCA ProScan, $9 grand. Now TVs are down in price, computers are down in price. Hell, I remember laptops being over $1,200. Heck, I remember looking at a laptop by Texas Instrument at one time. $6 grand price tag for $486. Then when I was getting ready to go to Australia, the first microcomputers came out, small ones. The OmniBooks by HP, $800. Yeah, I took it with me to Australia, and the wife kept it. Which I don't really care. So you get the idea on cost of everything. Every few years, a new game system comes out, price goes up. 4 or 5 years later, everyone's got one, but they're waiting for price to go down. And then, you know, they're also waiting for the games to come out for it, and etc. So if you look at the big picture of this whole problem, you're going to realize what's going on in the world is inflation. And it's not just one country, it's a lot of countries. A lot of countries do not want to admit that the price is through the frickin' roof. And then they say, oh, well, you know, I mean, look at technology, for example. Let me give you another example while I'm doing this rant. Technology It's improved all the time, so they should be lowering prices on the older technology. But well, we need to compete, so we're going to raise this phone to meet that phone, even though that phone's superior. Or let's just say weapons, for example. Basic crossbow is about $300, but you want the bells and whistles, you pay $2,000. Then next year they got another one. It just came out, and they're like, "Well, we have to slap on another $500 to this new top of the line one for $2,500 because it's great." Well, what's different about it? It's just still a crossbow. Technology has changed, and etc., but pricing is going up on everything. Not just the hunters complaining, "Oh, well, I got a crossbow, it cost me $6,000. Yeah, those are the custom, like, stainless steel, and the English ones are very expensive. It's like $7,000, but you get the point. Here's another one. I talked about food. I've talked about cell phones and stuff. They're going up in price all the time. Let's get a contract. But how about this? We've talked about technology. What about clothes? I remember you can get decent clothes pretty cheap at Walmart, but now instead of the $3 shirt, you're paying $7. You're paying this shirt at Hot Topic. I paid $5 for it, as you can see. Boop 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 boop. Liz, be quiet. I'm on a video. Mario Brothers. I sing the tune. Super Mario 3, but you get the point. See, it says Mario in a Tanuki suit. Costs of clothes have gone through the roof. I said no. Bad dog. Cost of living has gone through the roof. And that includes clothes. And then it includes shoes. Unless you go and buy the cheapest pair to get you by. I remember Nike Airs being like $150, $200 pairs. Now they're probably more or less. No one knows because I haven't looked for Nikes. And everything I used to look for has gone up in price so much that I have to utilize the internet when and if I have to do something, And that isn't pretty. I mean, everywhere you go nowadays, that people will buy products that they need, like Aaron, for example, and his cigars, which, by the way, I've had decent cigars this month, a few. But we have to buy them when they're on sale. For example, my aunt knows this probably. Let me give you an example. Okay, here's cigar.com, for example. I said bad. How many times are you going to learn that you're not getting your way? Bad dog. There's nothing there. So, sorry about the interruption. So, cigar.com, for example. We have to look around. This is just a catalog for an example. But if you look, we have to look for prices of cigars. For example, cigars, Aaron has to look for bundles. Either he's got to buy a bundle of cigars and make it last 20 or 40 cigars for the month on sale, which you got to look for the sale so you don't sit there and pay $60, $80, $150 for a box of cigars. And when you're on a fixed income, you always look for those emails that come in that say, "Buy this because it's cheap." Then you do, and then guess what happens? So technically, I've been looking at a lot of emails that come in daily of deals that I could cash in on, but I'm saving money for surgery. All right, my surgery date's already laid out there. My only rant is we should have got a cost of living increase because people out there need to realize that the people or the jackboots or the hill jacks that make these rules need to realize that the government shouldn't be saying it based on gasoline. The food has gone through the roof. The clothing's gone through the roof. Their medications have gone through the roof. I mean, when you get done, the statistics from the year 2000 onward, 16 years almost, 15 years, said that the elderly are cutting more and more spending out just to make ends meet. Hell, I try to extend everything I can as long as possible so I don't have to buy something new, And right now it's kind of difficult, but I've been investing in dirt cheap books on religion just to get me by. And other things. But you get the point. The point is cost of living should have went. The COLA should have been given to at least 5% because people, the elderly, are getting screwed every year. Since 2011, there's not many cost of living increases. Blah, blah, blah. Why did the cost of living increase? Well, because of this, your Medicare premium doesn't go up. Well, everyone doesn't care about that right now. That should be set the same anyways because, you're not getting the proper services at all, mostly. Anyways, the bottom line is for every one of you happy-go-lucky people that's watched this so far up to now, because I haven't done one, and please look for the other video soon. I just want to say in my heart to all of you out there watching this, cost of living 2016 should have been given instead, basing it on gas, food, clothing, housing. Some housing goes up every year. Water, sewage, garbage, phone, cell phone, internet, telephone, all your utilities. If they're not paid for, you're getting dwindling. And then those are the necessities also that goes up in price. Out here, our electric bill goes up while the businesses go down. And then we hear, whoa, the consumers that use it at home and apartments are paying for the subsidies of the businesses. No, that shouldn't work. And then they say, oh, well, it's not bad. Inflation ain't that bad. Well, yeah, right. We had a 2.5% hike increase this year and then they're thinking about doing another one. So before you sit there, take some time, write out some information, what you purchase monthly, keep a log maybe for 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. Compare your notes and see that the inflation, if it's gone up. If it isn't, then you're lucky. If it isn't, you're lucky. If it has, time to make a complaint and rant about it. Because, I remember ramen being 5 cents a pack. Now it's 20 to 40 cents a pack. Where's the inflation? Everything I remember in the 80s has gone up probably 200 to 300% in price. And to talk about this real quick before I ship off, the packaging has been downsized. A big full bag of chips, I remember opening it and the bag spilling chips out. Now it's half a bag of air and they're like, oh, we need to watch it for the fatties. Really? That's just interesting. No. Everything they're doing, either they're raising prices, giving you less quantities like bags of chips and candy, or they're doing something else that is not ethical in my opinion, to shaft people to pay out more money for stuff that they need. Yeah. So everyone, there you have it. Please, like I said, check out your inflation rates, check out your pricing of what you buy usually all the time. You'll notice, hell, my phone bill goes up 10 to 40 cents every month. And then I'm like, where's the justice in that? What, I gotta pay for subsidized phone service? Which it says right there on my bill, paying for the elderly and disabled that don't need phones. Lifeline, you're paying 50 cents for a lifeline so they can have a phone. See? Take a look at that too. Your inflation's also being included in all these programs that you're giving into the elderly and the disabled. I don't have Lifeline. I don't qualify for it, but I'm quite happy with my phone being $55. So, anyways, I got a lot of stuff to do. I still got the Bible to read. I got a video game to play, and I gotta wait for the mail because soon the bills will be trickling in because it's that time of the month. So, with that said, everyone, please add and subscribe. Oh, and one more thing about inflation before I log off. Also is, A lot of elderly and disabled are utilizing the libraries more because they can't afford the books that they want, they're interested in. So they see if the library brings them. The library brings it in, they buy it, they get it, they read it. They say, oh, this is a good book. Maybe they'll invest in it for a copy for themselves. But they're now basically going around and they're utilizing the library more. I do that all the time. The library's ordered probably in the last 12 months over 200 books for me, and I've read them all. So there you have it, everyone. This girl's got to log off. So for every one of you enjoying Living Simply Fun, I will try to get a video updated soon on the video channel of the 4 cigar reviews I have laying in my office. And then I still got to try the 3 that I'm missing, or 4 I should say, which is the ones I didn't take notes on, were the is the Nub Cappuccino, the Nub Espresso, which they're not bad till they get to the end, and then the Chillin' Moose. I think there's a few others too. I am going to do a review on the Gurkha cognac flavored Gurkha coming up soon. So, and the Brick House, which I missed because I smoked my Brick House Maduro the other day, and it took over 4 hours. So, with that said, everyone, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions. Thank you, and may God bless you all.